if Donald Trump is elected president of the United States, in a kind of historical way, it's exciting because we will see the actual last president of the United States.
Everywhere these days. Baldwin does it, Fallon does it, even your weird uncle at Thanksgiving gives it a shot. But when Johnny Depp took on the role of Trump, something unexpected happened. It wasn't just another impression, it was something different. Something that might just change everything. Curious to know what made it stand out, stick around because we're about to dive in. But before we get into it, I have a small favor to ask. If you enjoy this content, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch these videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. Did you hit that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much. Now let's get back to the video.
When you really watch him, there's a pretense, there's something created about him in a sense of, and it's not just about being a rich kid or anything like that. I approach Donald Trump as what you kind of see in him.
All right, folks, buckle up because Johnny Depp just walked onto a talk show and turned it into a full-on Trump spectacle. But this isn't just another celebrity impression. Oh no, Depp has been studying Trump like he's gearing up for the strangest role of his life. You might be thinking, great, another Hollywood star trying to be funny. But hold on to your hairpieces because Depp isn't just playing dress-up. He's gone full method actor, diving headfirst into Trump's world and capturing every little detail. Let's start with the voice. Depp describes it as a constipated Coke machine. I mean, who even thinks of that? It's like he's channeling Trump's vocal cords through an old, rusty megaphone covered in spray tan. And those hand gestures spot on. It's like watching an angry conductor swatting at invisible flies while pointing at skyscrapers only he can see. But here's the real twist. Depp isn't just flailing around for laughs. He's locked in on Trump's speech patterns like a detective cracking a case. Every huge and tremendous is delivered with the precision of a carnival barker on steroids.
But what he is, I believe, is a brat.
Don't remember what the question was, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to answer it anyway.
Be more presidential. It's fabulous.
Donald Trump.
It is like he is throwing verbal confetti at a very orange parade, and the audience is eating it up like it is the last hamburger at a White House fast food feast. They are laughing so hard you would think about someone just leaked Trump's tax returns. Oh wait, that actually happened. But here's the thing. Depp is not just goofing around for giggles. He has turned mockery into an art form. It is like he is holding up a funhouse mirror to politics, and the reflection is both hilarious and slightly terrifying. Now, you might be wondering, is this just another celeb jumping on the Trump-bashing bandwagon? Well, not exactly. Depp's impression goes beyond simple mockery. He is tapping into something deeper, the power of satire to make us think while we are busy laughing our heads off. Think about it. When was the last time you willingly sat through a political speech? But throw in some spot-on impressions, and suddenly everyone is a political analyst. Depp is not just entertaining us. He is sneakily getting us to engage with politics in a whole new way. But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because this impression is about to cause a real stir. We are talking Twitter meltdowns, calls for boycotts, and enough memes to crash the internet. Depp's little performance is like dropping a glitter bomb in a very serious, very divided political landscape. Well, folks, Trump's Twitter account just turned into ground zero for the glitter bomb that is Johnny Depp's impression. And let me tell you, it is not exactly a diplomatic summit when the world's touchiest president meets Hollywood's snarkiest pirate. Turns out our dear leader is not too thrilled about being the butt of the joke. Who would have thought, right? Trump's thumbs must have been working overtime because he unleashed a tweet storm that would make a hurricane jealous. He called Depp a low-talent has-been and a Disney reject. Ouch. Donnie, projecting much? But wait, it gets better? Trump, in all his infinite wisdom, claimed he could do a better Johnny Depp impression. Yeah, and I am the tooth fairy. He actually tweeted, I am better than both of them. Both of who, you ask? Good question. Maybe he thinks there are two Johnny Depps running around. Or maybe he is just counting his own reflection as a separate person. Who knows with this guy? Not content with just talking the talk, Trump decided to walk the walk. And by walk, I mean, stumble face first into a wall of embarrassment. He tried to show off his Depp impression in a series of tweets. Let us just say it was about as convincing as his claims about the size of his inauguration crowd. You know, the one that was definitely, absolutely without a doubt, the biggest ever. No, really. Trust him. Meanwhile, the internet was having a field day. Memes started popping up faster than Trump's excuses at a fact-checking convention. One popular meme compared Depp's impression to Trump's with the caption "expectations versus reality." Ouch. That has got to sting more than a fake tan gone wrong. But here's where it gets really rich. Trump's supporters, those bastions of free speech and champions of the First Amendment, started calling for a boycott of Johnny Depp. Because nothing says land of the free quite like trying to silence an actor for daring to mock your orange idol. It is almost like they forgot that free speech applies to everyone, not just angry tweets at 3 a.m. You would think with all this fuss, Depp's impression would be fading into obscurity. But nope. It is getting more popular by the minute. Ever heard of the Streisand effect, Donnie? It is when trying to hide something just makes it more visible. Kind of like how your comb-over just draws more attention to your baldness. But hold on to your trays, folks, because this Twitter drama is about to evolve into a full-blown comedy war. Trump's supporters are rallying around their leader like seagulls around a dropped ice cream cone. They are retweeting his attempts at Depp impressions faster than you can say KFC. It is like watching a car crash in slow motion, except the car is on fire, and the driver is wearing a clown suit. And let us not forget the critics. They are having a field day pointing out the irony of a president who spends more time tweeting than governing. One pundit quipped, "If only Trump put as much effort into his policies as he does into his Twitter feuds, we might actually get something done in Washington." Burn. Just when you thought the Trump impersonation game could not get any wilder, Alec Baldwin decides to crash the party. It is like watching two oranges fight over who is the real fruit, but with more spray tan and less vitamin C. Baldwin has been the go-to Trump on Saturday Night Live for years, and he is not about to let some pirate steal his thunder. Nope, this is his turf, and he is marking it like a territorial chihuahua. Baldwin fired the first shot in this celebrity showdown, tweeting, "There is only room for one Trump in this town, and he has got better hair." Ouch. Someone is feeling a bit threatened, aren't they? But Depp was not about to take that lying down. He fired back with a zinger that would make even the real Trump's tiny hands curl into fists. At least my Trump can string a sentence together. Shots fired. It is like watching two kids argue over who gets to play the class clown, except these kids are grown men with more money than sense. The late-night hosts are having a field day with this feud. Jimmy Kimmel, always ready to stir the pot, suggested a Trump-off between Baldwin and Depp. Now that is must-see TV. Can you imagine two grown men duking it out to see who can do the best impression of a human Cheeto? It is like the world's weirdest talent show. Social media is debating faster than Trump's Twitter account during a late-night Fox News binge. Fans are dividing into Team Depp and Team Baldwin quicker than you can say fake news. Even politicians are weighing in. Word on the street is that Nancy Pelosi was overheard muttering, "I wish they would impersonate someone else for a change." Can you blame her? It is like being stuck in a never-ending rerun of The Apprentice, but with more yelling and less business sense. Just when we thought this Trump-off could not get any more bizarre, plot twist, Baldwin and Depp decided to team up for a Trump Brothers sketch. The internet lost its collective mind faster than Trump loses his temper at a press conference. It was like watching the Avengers assemble, but instead of superheroes, it is superegos. This whole spectacle is like a circus, but instead of elephants, we have inflated egos. It has got everything. Drama, comedy, bad hair, worse spray tans. But here is the million-dollar question. Is all this comedy actually changing anything? Or are we laughing our way to better politics or just distracting ourselves from the real issues? On one hand, these impressions get people talking about politics who might otherwise tune out. It is like sneaking vegetables into a kid's meal. But on the flip side, are we trivializing important issues by turning them into punchlines? It is a fine line between making politics more accessible and turning it into a joke. All right, folks, let us dive into the wild world of political satire. Political satire is not just about getting giggles. It is like sneaking veggies into a kid's meal, except Instead of broccoli, we are feeding people political awareness. So here's the million-dollar question. Can these funny faces and silly voices actually change minds? Or are we just preaching to the choir in a really entertaining way? Maybe we are not changing anyone's mind, but we are definitely getting people talking. And in a world where politics can be as dry as a Trump steak, that is not nothing. That wraps up the madness. Depp's impression set off a firestorm and Trump took the bait. From Twitter feuds to meme wars, this proves that sometimes laughter is the best medicine for our political headaches. Keep laughing, stay woke, and never underestimate the power of a good impression.